This week on a podcast from beneath, we're going to talk about 1990's Demon Wind.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.
Billy, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I am also doing pretty good. So, I guess before we jump into this awesome movie, we will go ahead and do some news stories.
Yes.
So I guess first we'll talk about, surprisingly, the Walking Dead comic book came to an abrupt end this past Wednesday.
Yes, it was. I read a while, years ago, that he was wanting to do issue 300, but I guess either he, didn't have enough juices to go on, or any ideas to keep on moving The Walking Dead to a different direction. I guess he decided. I mean, I'm just assuming that's what happened, but it ended with issue 193.
Yes, and I haven't read it, but I did watch some people talking about it on YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I guess it does a pretty big time jump where it goes to, I guess, Carl as
Grown up Carl.
Yeah, grown up Carl is an older adult. And that's the only thing I really know about it. So I'm not sure how it ends or anything, but yeah, I would say he probably just ran out because he stayed with those same characters for so long.
Yeah, 15 years.
Yeah, so it was kind of, I guess they probably just ran out of storyline, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, but I thought that it was going to continue with the Grimes family and the stuff that Carl had, Carl's years and whoever's next. But I understand, that's, God, 300. That's another 20 years doing comic.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But I'm sure the TV show will go on for a couple more years since they really didn't follow the comic a lot. So.
Well, I know they're doing a movie with Rick.
Yeah, I think it comes out next year, I believe is what I've seen.
Which, he's still alive. I don't understand. Is he coming back to the Walking Dead show? I don't know.
I don't think he's coming back to the show, I guess.
He's got to die in the movie then. Actually die.
Yeah.
Unless that was the plan, him being gone from The Walking Dead for a while, and then bring him back.
And then bring him back just to kill him off.
Let him a couple more seasons, and then finally kill him off. Who knows?
Yeah, so some more news we have here. If you have a Roku device, there's a channel called B Movie TV. And on Sunday nights, and I believe it's 8 o'clock. It's either 8 or 9, but I know that on the Roku you can change the time zone to whenever. But our friend Mr. Poe from the Poe and Grimm podcast, he has a show that comes on Sunday nights where he introduces a sci-fi movie every Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you have, like I said, if you have a Roku, go ahead and give that a watch. I'm sure it's pretty good. I haven't had a chance to see it yet because I don't have a Roku yet.
Same, but I'm sure it is good.
And then you finally saw the trailer for
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not. What do you think about it?
It looks like it could be a cabin in the woods type movie, not with the creatures, nothing. Just it's for a broader audience because it's funny and it's also gory. Hopefully, it does a lot better than Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, when I seen it, I thought of
You're Next and
You're Next and that, Saul kind of.
Oh, has
what was the other one? Would You Rather? Kind of had that feel also.
Yeah. Would You Rather is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I liked it. It was surprisingly better than what I thought it was going to be. But
Jeffrey Combs. But
Yeah,
yeah, I thought
he
that
was
was really
probably the
good.
best part on
Yeah,
it.
Ready or Not looks good. I'm excited for it. Got a lot of movies to watch. Ready or Not, Crawl, and Midsummer.
I'm not too excited about Crawl. It just doesn't seem. I don't know, it didn't seem interesting to me. Midsummer though, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I can't wait to see that one. I've heard it's really good.
Oh, I heard it too. I heard it's a lot more mixed reviews. I was saying between I've seen more mixed reviews on this one than I did on Hereditary.
Yeah, and of course I've seen some people are saying it's too scary to even finish. But
What, Midsummer?
yeah,
I feel like they do it with a lot of movies now. It's like, oh, this movie's so terrifying. You remember the fucking Gallows? I
yeah,
never watched it. It was like the scariest film of all time, or like the new Blair Witch movie. It was like considered the new scariest movie of all time. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I think it's just a marketing ploy.
Oh yeah, they don't know when to stop using it.
Right. I guess the last little bit of news I have is I finally finished Castle Rock on Hulu, season one. It was only 10 episodes,
Yeah.
and it was pretty good. It was not what I thought it was going to be going into it. I was under the impression that it was going to have um, characters from Stephen King's stories all together.
There's only a few of them right now.
There really wasn't any. I mean, there were. So like it takes place in Castle Rock, obviously.
Mhm.
So that's like that's the main town. Shawshank Prison is a main setting, and then a lot of the other stuff is just kind of mentioned as like Easter eggs. Like
I heard Annie Wilkes is going to be in the next season or something. The person that Kathy Bates played in Misery.
no, the next season is going to be Dolores Claiborne. Will be, I guess, the character in the next
Now,
one. I don't know how they're going to do it.
who's Dolores Claiborne?
There was a book. It was a Stephen King book.
That's what
of
it's
course,
called.
yeah, of course, yeah, and they made it into a movie, which also starred Kathy Bates. But I'm not sure how they're going to do that because, like I said, in this one, there's really no characters from, like his book. They just kind of mention stuff in the background, like there was a newspaper clipping talking about a rabid dog, and then there was a mention of like the time. Hey, remember that time they found that boy's body, and stuff like that.
Oh, you talking like It?
No, Stand By Me,
Oh,
or it was called The Body. The
yeah.
book, the short story was. So it's just a lot of that stuff, like just stuff mentioned in the background. But it's still really good. It was a really good story.
I wonder if they'll ever do anything with Pennywise again, because I remember, what was it? It was in a book. Was it Dreamcatcher?
Yeah, he was supposedly I guess the entity in Dreamcatcher.
Oh, Pennywise.
I believe so.
Because wasn't there like a thing in somebody had put like in the book, it was like it's Pennywise lives or something. It was like mentioning in a Stephen King book. It was like
Yeah, I think it was in Dreamcatcher. I guess there was a town that flooded.
Yeah.
Or something like that, and there was like a a monument that was like supposed to be for the people that died in the flood, and then
Yeah.
I guess somebody spray painted Pennywise was
Lives.
here or something like that on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have Hulu, definitely check out Castle Rock. I'm not sure when season 2 is going to come out, but
Plus has that
really,
guy that was in Moonlight. If you ever seen Moonlight.
yeah. But yeah, Bill Skarsgård is in it. Of course, he played Pennywise in the new It.
Yes.
And he done a really good job in it. Sissy Spacek is in it. Of course, she played Carrie in the original. So yeah, definitely check it out if you have Hulu. It's definitely worth a watch. All right, so Demon Wind, 1990. Um, the Information Movie Database has a description of, with the need to investigate the mysterious death of his grandparents, Corey and his friends assemble back to the old farm where it all began 60 years earlier. This was directed and written by Charles Philip Moore. It stars Eric Larson, Francine Lapinski, Rufus Norris. So,
Hardcore.
yeah,
But no,
what'd you
yeah.
think of Demon Wind?
It fucking no, I was kidding.
Yeah.
It was like at first I didn't know how to go back because like the beginning the music changed like 5 times it seemed like, and but after movie kept going, I was like, oh, this is not too bad. It's kind of reminded me of Evil Dead in a way at times. I don't know if it gave you that vibe, but it kind of gave me like the first Evil Dead vibe.
I didn't get an Evil Dead vibe from it.
I got Night of the Demons too. Probably because of with the makeup.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of Night Demons too, but the opening to me, like here was one problem I had with the movie, and
Yeah.
well, I'll start by saying that I enjoyed this movie, and surprisingly, I really liked this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I liked it too, but there's some stuff that's so funny. Like, well, I'll talk about it here in a minute, but
yeah,
it's some funny shit in it.
so the opening was like a really good opening. Um, it kind of started, it's just like you said, it has this music in it, and we're just kind of in what appears to be just a shack, right?
Yeah.
It's not a house. It's just what appears to be like, and you don't know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what year this is taking place in.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's in like the 1800s or something. Is the feel that I got from it. And there's like a bunch of candles, that are lit, and some like drawings on the floor of
Yeah.
like pentagrams and different symbols and stuff. And then we have we see this woman, and I guess it's her and her husband.
Oh, I'm gonna say it was Craig T. Nelson. That guy kind of looked like Craig T.
Yeah.
Nelson to me.
But he starts like throwing up potato soup, and then I guess he turns into a demon. And
Yeah.
the effects on it are really good.
When he started like puking out of the mouth, kind of reminded me of City of the Living Dead.
Yeah, but his the demon makeup, it kind of reminded me of the makeup that they used in Demons. He just had the couple of sharp teeth,
Yeah.
and just like his face deformed a little bit. And so that's kind of the setup. He kills her, and then it cuts to two of our main stars, or two of our main actors, Corey and Elaine, and they're driving through the countryside in a Jeep. And this is where I started thinking, I don't think they knew what kind of movie they were wanting to make here.
Yeah, because all right. So I know when they went to the diner or whatever it was, rest stop or whatever, that old man, like it's like they didn't know how to write his character either. Like, we want you to play like 3 different kind of characters.
Well, you always have to have that that either gas station attendant or the town drunk that tries to warn the people.
Yeah, but then he ended up helping
doomed.
them. Yeah, but he ended up helping them, and he's like, when they leave, he was like, they shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
It's like,
but it's like nobody listens to that person in these movies. You know what I'm saying? They're always trying to warn them. Friday 13th, you had, you're all doomed. No one listens to them. They just keep going. But yeah, so like I said, I don't think they knew. So it cuts to those, and of course he's and when they're driving, he's so I didn't even know who those people were at the beginning, right? Like we don't know
which one,
what
the 2 main characters.
No, at the beginning, the old man, the woman at the very
Oh
beginning.
yeah.
So he starts talking about his dad. So I'm assuming that was his dad. I'm assuming that was his parents at the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going back to.
That was his grandparents, wasn't it?
Oh, that's what we find out later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I guess what we find out really is like I guess his dad killed himself.
That was. And he said his dad was like a drunk or something.
Yeah. So now he's going back to his grandparents' farm to figure out what happened to his dad. I guess I'm not for sure. And for some reason, he invites all of his friends. And but
Yeah. Weird.
they're all traveling different. They're all in they're like coming in different vehicles. So we have Corey and Elaine who are a couple and they're together. And then we have, I believe it was, I can't remember that one guy's name. I think it was,
Tell the guy with the blonde hair.
yeah,
The
with
kind of the douche.
he was the puffy vest. He looked like he just left the set of Bloodsport 2 or something.
What was it? I think it was. No one Jack. It was Dale.
It may have been Dale. So then you have like Dale and then his girlfriend, which another
There's
thing
a lot
too.
of people.
Yeah, because when he comes in, he immediately starts making out with Elaine, which is with Corey. I'm just like, so I'm assuming they were used to be a couple. I don't know. It's really weird. So then they're all there, and then two other people show up. And then the two greatest characters, because they're all outside the gas station because the Harcourt, which is the old man that tries to warn them,
Yeah.
I guess runs them out of the gas station. So they're all standing outside.
You talk about Jack Vogel, which is Stacy, and
Stacy and Chuck
Chuck.
are the two characters that show up.
Yeah, and how they came in, how they were introduced.
They're in a convertible, right? They're in a convertible.
He's in a magic suit.
Stacy's driving. Chuck's kind of setting up on, I'm assuming like in, because the top's down, so he's kind of setting up, I'm assuming, on the top of the back seat or something.
Yeah.
And he has a cape on. He has a tuxedo with a cape on. And Stacy is on like a megaphone announcing the arrival of like this great magician. And it's just
apparently like he dated one of the girls that was with her.
Well, apparently all of these people they all dated each other at some point.
Yeah. But like when those two characters arrive, the new boyfriend of whoever used to date the magic dude, Stacy or Chuck, whatever. He like throws a can at him and he like karate kicks it or something.
No, he keeps he's hacky sacking it up like 10 times, and then he like does like a roundhouse and kicks it and hits Dell in the head with it. It
was out of place. It was fucking funny.
That's what I'm saying. This movie is so weird. I'm actually surprised that it came out in 1990. Like I assumed it would have been an older movie.
Yeah.
But I think it had that feel of an older movie because when I was watching, I was like, I can't tell where they filmed this at because it definitely is not America. But according to IMDb here, I guess they filmed it in West Germany. So
in Germany, you said?
Yeah, West Germany is what it says. So I guess that's why it has like that weird look to it.
He might. They might have. It might have been made for a pretty decent penny then, I'm assuming. It went to Germany to film this.
Yeah, release date July 5th, 1990 in West Germany.
Damn.
And then it even has like a German name, like as also known as. But yeah, so those two characters, I would say the Stacy and Chuck character
were the best.
Probably my two favorite characters.
Oh my god, this man, that's so fucking ridiculous. This movie had a lot of characters.
Yeah, especially for, I don't know, do you think it was too many? I don't think it was too many characters.
No, what I thought was like when those two last characters came, it's like this is now they were pointless.
Oh yeah, because two more people show up after they get to the.
Yeah, after like shit's already happened.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is they stop at they stop at that gas station because he's trying to find directions to the farm, right? And the Harcourt's like, it doesn't exist. And he's like, well, it's right here on the map, right? So he has a map, right? So I don't know how he doesn't
It's
know.
on the map.
So then, whenever Harcourt finally decides to tell him where it's at, he just says, just follow this road until it ends. And I'm like, they could have found that on their own. Like, there's
I
there's no
know.
need to stop.
Yeah, there's only two ways back and forth.
Yeah, you're going to run into it eventually if you just keep
Yeah.
going. But yeah, so they get to the house, barn, farm, whatever it is, and I guess there was a fire.
Yeah, didn't the
And
house blow up in like the beginning?
did it
Like
blow
after
up?
the
I can't
woman
remember.
died? I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember if it blew up or not, but I just know that right now it's destroyed basically. Um, and when they're walking up, I think it's Bonnie. She like trips and falls and comes like face to face with like a skull that's like half buried in the ground.
He's like has a flashback. He's like, "That's my dad's older brother."
Yeah, he like he like kneels down, and like some blue energy comes out of the skull and goes into him, and I guess that's now how he knows who it is for some reason.
He's psychic, man.
And then they see another skeleton that's like looks like the person had been crucified, and
Yeah.
now it's just a skeleton.
It's like none of this is really freaking him out. It's like
It's just like
I got
normal.
the fuck out. Yeah, I'm
It's
used
just
to
normal.
this shit.
Yeah.
I was in the war.
But then something happens and like that skeleton like falls off of the.
Oh, that was later on. That was later.
Was it later on? Okay. But they go up to the house, which is like I said, it's destroyed. It's basically just half a wall and a door. But when they look through the door, they can see it's like when you look through the door, the house is there. But if you were to look through the side where the wall used to be, it's not. Almost like the house is there in two different dimensions or something at the same time, and you have to go through the front door to get into the house. And I think, well, they go in. Well, he goes in. Just Corey goes in first. And did we pass up the dream part yet? When he had the dream, when Corey had the dream about being in the gas station.
Oh yeah, that was before they went to the gas station. He's like, I know this place. And then he's talking when he's naked and shit, and he's holding the book. Yeah, that was before they went. That was before they went to the rest stop. He's like, I know this place, and like, he like, I don't know, daydreams or some shit. And he's like,
that he's just standing naked
and like
just
with
standing
a book.
standing in the gas station naked, and then he just like screams.
He's holding the book and he screams and he like gets killed in the dream or something, and he wakes up.
Yeah, so he goes into the house, and like I said, he goes to the front door, which means he's in the house, but you can't see from the side. It's hard to explain. You'd have to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But in order to get in this house, you have to go to the front door. If you try to go through the side where the wall used to be, you're just going to be in the burnt down part.
Yeah. It was weird. At first, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I get it. It's for some kind of magic.
Yeah, and it was really badly done the way they done the split screen on it.
Yeah.
Because the part of the house that was supposed to still been destroyed, you could tell was just a still image. And then the side that was where the actors were at, you could see like the camera would move, but the inside it just stayed still. It was really weird.
It was it caught me upset. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, okay, I know what they're trying to do now.
Yeah, so they all eventually go in. And I guess this part here, when they get inside, kind of reminded me of the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
But if that's what they were going for, it was horribly copied.
Yeah.
So they go in, and for some reason they decide to clean up first. Like it cuts to like everybody's, they're sweeping the floor and putting stuff back up on the shelves. It was really weird. I don't know why they done that. I'm assuming they were planning on staying the night,
Wanted
I
to fill some,
guess.
just fill up the time. Like
Right.
we need some filler guys.
But then they see, I think it's Bonnie. She sees um, something like a plaque or something, and it has some writing on it. She reads it out loud. It's in another language.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah, and she reads it out loud, and which causes like the fireplace to like shoot fire out from it. And then that's when they kind of do like an Evil Dead thing where there's a force that I guess is trying to come in, so it's just more of stuff flying, like furniture flying, and like a bunch of like quick cuts to like stuff falling off of a shelf and stuff like things like that.
Yeah. And that's when they decided, let's get the fuck out of here. And then once they're like, no, I'm going to stay. I gotta know
Well,
what
no,
happens.
no, they do eventually try to leave because they when they go
Yeah,
outside
I mean, that's why he's like, I gotta go, we gotta stay. He's like, I gotta find out. And then they leave.
they all
They
well
try
they
the
go out
cars,
and the
and
cars
they
won't
don't.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, cars won't start. And then I guess they were gonna decide to start walking. So when they start walking, they were met with these children.
No, before that they start walking in like a fog rolls in, right? And when the fog gets to them and then passes them, they're in a different place. And then it comes through one more time, and when the fog passes, they're back at the cabin again or back at the house. It's
That's
like the
when they
fog was
see the.
taking them back.
That's when they see the kids,
That's when they see
and
the kids appear.
yeah, and the blonde hairy guy, the guy who's trying to act like a badass, he comes in and he's like, "Where'd you come from, little girl?" or some shit, and I forgot what the demon child said, and she just like fucking throws him.
Yeah,
She like shoves him,
yeah,
and he
she
goes
like throws
flying.
him. Yeah, and then Bonnie walks up to no Bonnie. Something happens, and neither
No,
one of them.
that one of the girlfriends, Jack's girlfriend, takes off running, and then she's met by another demon girl, and she's like, "You're mine," or something like that, and
Turn,
vanishes. Like takes her, and they disappear like a doll.
yeah, she
Appears.
turns into like like a baby doll, which was kind of weird. And I think at this point is when Stacy and Chuck are two magicians. Now they have guns.
Yeah.
One of them has a shotgun, the other one has a pistol.
Yeah, they end up running back in the house trying to like secure it, and like it's like I guess nighttime now, and
Well,
Stacy
no,
and
well, no, we have two other people show up. Remember, because they
they don't
drive
show up
up.
till later. They show up later.
Is it before
It's after
Stacy and
Chuck and him.
Chuck
Yeah, they're already
go
dead.
outside?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they all like try to secure the cabin, and Chuck and Stacy are looking outside where everybody else is like on the couch and whatever. And they see like a girl holler, or I forgot what the woman was saying. She was like topless and stuff, and she was like I said, I forgot what she was saying. She was repeating herself. And they're like, "That's demon." I was like, you know what? I was like, that's one of the smartest things to do, because most of the time, they see naked woman like, "Oh, let's see if she needs help." But they were like, "That's a demon."
Yeah. And then they decide to go outside. They're like, we're gonna go outside, and
Yeah, they decided to go outside, and that dude has one awesome shotgun because it has like never ending bullets. Like it
well,
doesn't.
that's every um,
That's a John Woo film.
Hollywood gun. It only runs out of bullets when the story demands that it runs out of
Yeah.
bullets.
Except for the pistol. The pistol ran out of bullets.
Yeah, so I think that one of the lines is, I guess, when they decide to go out, um, Chuck says they're playing our song, and Stacy says, "All right, let's dance," and then pumps the shotgun, and then they go outside.
One of the funniest parts, I don't know if you like caught it, but the demon was like, "Rrr," and the dude just shot him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Rrr." Just the way he was like, the way the noise he was making, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that dude cracked me up. Rrr. Boom. But this movie had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, like I said, the special effects are really good.
Yeah.
On the demons, the like whenever Chuck and Stacy go out, those zombies that they're fighting. I guess they're zombies.
I think they're
It
demons.
didn't really look all that great, but and another thing too, like Chuck and Stacy when they're out there, they're kind of back to back,
Yeah.
you know. And then for some reason, like
Something happens to Stacy, or
yeah, he just like there's
has
nobody
a
around
wound
him.
on the neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nobody around him. He just makes like a noise, and then they turn around, and his neck has been slit open. And I was like, I didn't even see anything happen.
Yeah, I thought
So I'm
he
not
was
really
like,
sure what
I thought he
happened.
was just gonna fuck with him. I was like, oh, he's just
Um,
faking it. And
but the
Chuck,
yeah, Chuck ends up picks up the shotgun and is like trying to run back to the house.
he, yeah, then something
He
happens. I
gets
can't
to the
remember.
he gets to the door, and then
No,
he
but no, wait. Before that, he starts like karate kicking. He kicked that demon's head off. You remember that?
yeah, it kind of
And then
reminded.
they started like punching him. Then he grabbed the shotgun and he got to the door. And he's like, "Ha ha, I made it.
Yeah,
Fuck you."
because he realizes that I guess they can't come into the
Yeah.
house or whatever. But then that the demon that was the naked woman pops up behind him and kills
Yeah.
him.
You don't really see it, but you know.
Yeah, you don't see him. You don't see his death, but you see him. I guess the after effects later. Like I said, it looks pretty.
It's funny like that the friends didn't hear the shotgun stuff, but they heard him screaming.
Yeah, because they were all asleep inside.
But yeah, then they find out when they hear the noise they see, and they see both Stacy and Chuck dead. And Chuck's ex-girlfriend's like, "Oh my god, man!"
Yeah,
And then like the new boyfriend's like comforting her and everything, and then it goes to the two main characters. I think they find like the book.
yeah.
Or
They
not
found
the book and like
the daggers.
yeah, the daggers
'Cause
that
there's
help
supposed to
them.
be like 7 daggers, but they only find 2 of them.
Yeah, and then it goes back to
Well, it cuts back to the
yeah,
guy
what
the guy
yeah.
in the puffy vest and his girlfriend are laying on the couch, and
You think he's like trying to like mess with?
he,
It looks like she's asleep. He's trying to
he's
get
like
laid.
he's filling her up and stuff.
Yeah,
And then
and then
she turns around and it's
a demon. She's a
no,
demon.
well, when she turns around
Oh yeah, it's Chuck,
it's Stacy, yeah, Chuck.
and then he ends
And
up
then
waking up.
he wakes up and then it's daytime, and that's when they hear our next group, our next
I don't
couple
remember
pulling
the
up,
names.
and they're trying to run out to tell them not to shut off their car.
Don't shut it off! Don't shut it off! You think someone would hear him?
I wish I could remember their name because that one guy that played this part, he looked so familiar, and I don't remember what his name, but I don't know what the character's name was,
Yeah,
so that I could look him up here. But he looked really familiar, like I'd recognized him from something else, but I'm not for sure what. Well, here he is. I don't know what I've seen him in.
oh, he was Willie.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's just I probably just recognize him from other B movies.
Probably.
Virgin High, Dinosaur Island. I remember him from Dinosaur Island. That's what it was. Bikini Drive-In, stuff like that. The Wasp Woman, which was I think that was a Roger Corman film. I think that's what I recognize him from. But anyways, yeah, him and his girlfriend now show up, and
They're like, don't turn it off. And then when they turn it off, he's like, "What'd you say?" I
Yeah.
said, "Don't turn it off." You hear laughing. They all look, and I forgot what happens. Like they hear laughing. I guess it freaks them all out. And they're like, "All right, yeah, we better go." So they all go back into the farm, start putting more stuff up to secure it, and then the two main characters decide. Wasn't there something in the barn or something? There, he's like, "Oh yeah," or maybe that's where the evil's at. I think we should go on and just attack it. And like the new guy's like, "Yo, I don't want to go, but I guess we have to. Let's just get it over with."
Yeah.
So they go to the barn, and they're looking around. They see like a bull's. Now was it no not a bull? Yeah, it was a bull's head
On a skeleton.
on a human skeleton.
Skeleton body, yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's creepy. And then like Willie's girlfriend's like, I think it's kind of beautiful. And the thing opened its mouth, a tongue comes out of it, wraps her.
Wraps around her neck.
Yeah, wraps around her neck, pulls her into the mouth, and it just chomps on her, and blood's everywhere. And then right when that happens, they decide to leave, but they don't. They get stopped by Chuck and Stacy.
Yeah.
And they punch Willie. He goes flying. And then the two main characters decides to pull one of the daggers and scare him with it. And Chuck and Stacy kind of like back off, and they all take off running. There is Jack and the two main characters. They take off running, and then they're like, "Wait, where's Willie?"
We left him.
And Willie's girlfriend, who's now a demon, has his head. Doesn't he look like beautiful or something like that? And then what's his name stabs her in the eye with the dagger, and ends up Corey stabs her in the eye. She falls down, turns human, and looks at him and was like, "You've killed me," and then vanishes. And then about during that time, that's when the whole gang starts coming out of the barn.
Yeah, because
they start fighting them off. Yeah.
Well, at this point, they're all. I think everybody's dead except for our two main characters.
And Jack.
Yeah, Corey, Elaine. Yeah, and then Jack. But I think when they get back in the house, though, I think Corey tells Elaine to go. For some reason, he tells her to go. I guess go to find the book, or go get the book, so I guess they can read a spell or something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when she gets in the room,
oh no! Here goes. It was they're fighting. They get separated. Or not separated. Corey and Elaine ends up going in one room. Jack ends up going in another, and they end up trying to fight them off. Jack sees his girlfriend, who was the first person that vanished, and she's like, "Help me, Jack! Help me!" For some reason, he sees she's okay. He ends up getting bit by his.
Oh yeah, bit on the hand. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he it's like they all kind of like back off him for a while. And he showed him like on the ground holding his hand, and then it goes to Corey and Elaine. I think he said, "Yeah, go find the book." I think she goes over there and sees Demon Jack, and she ends up killing Jack.
Yeah, because he's behind the door. He shuts the door and he's behind it. And she uses the last dagger to kill him. And then it was weird because when she stabbed him, instead of just
a young
version, and then a younger version, and then a baby, and then a dove, and then disappeared. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are the rules of this movie?
I think it's the same dove from when Chuck used it. I forgot to mention Chuck used a dove out of his pocket.
Oh, yeah, and threw it up. Yeah. But I was just like, what? Like, there's no rules in this movie at all. Between...
No, it was free for all.
So I guess the other main plot is like...
What is it?
The other main plot of this movie is, I guess they're trying to bring back Satan.
Oh yeah.
Which I guess it happens at the end. Satan actually shows up, and it looks really horrible. The makeup.
He has like a goat bottom, but like the head, like the top's nothing. Like what?
Well, everything looked good
I guess.
The face looked really bad.
Oh yeah, it was.
It reminded me of. Let me see if I can find a picture of it because it kind of reminded me of.
But before he got there, like when everybody got killed, except for the two main characters, they start overrunning the house, and Corey and Elaine are about to be meat, like food, and you hear a voice saying, "Come, my children." So the demons decide to go outside. So they follow him and see this preacher guy, he ends up like saying, "Come to me," blah blah blah, and they end up all disappearing and going to him, and that's what you see.
That's when
Satan.
he turns in. Yeah, and I've got the picture pulled up here. He kind of looks like because he's got like the teeth that all the other
Yeah.
it's just like four sharp teeth, but the rest of the makeup, the only thing I can relate it to would be Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs.
Pizza the Hut.
Is what it reminds me of. It just looked really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that this is Satan, right?
Yeah.
This is who they were supposed to bring back. And then
Yeah, they decided it's like, get the book, let's do the cantation or whatever. So
I guess they were trying to do a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she draws like a circle and does the one pentagram, puts a candle in it, and they light it.
And they start saying some shit, and you hear like huge footsteps and stuff, like shit going on, like doors flying, loud noises. He ends up getting his dust. Or you see, I guess Satan. Satan finally comes in. He ends up saying some words, throwing the dust. He ends up turning like an alien.
Yeah, because he touches. I guess
Like,
Satan touches Corey, like puts his hand on his face, so he's got like his.
Oh wait, no, that's before. No, that's before. No, he turns into like this alien thing or whatever. Satan says like, "Oh," he says the Amish knew all the secrets or something like that. That's what he said. So Corey.
Well, we need to clarify though. We're talking about Corey. Corey turns into some kind of demon.
No, Corey turns like to like I don't know what the hell he was, an alien. I'm gonna say
Well,
an alien.
the only thing I could think of was he looked like one of the aliens from Alien Nation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, except without the spots.
I'm assuming that he is some kind of demon. But my question is, was he always this way?
Probably. I just
But did he not know that he was? Like, is he just now finding out? That was like
it's probably him finding out.
That was kind of one of the like plot holes that I just couldn't figure out. I don't think they knew what kind of movie they were making at the time.
You know what's funny? When he turns into that thing and he's about to face off against the devil, the first thing he does is kick him in the balls.
Yeah, I know.
And then it hurts him for a second. And he's like, punches him. He goes flying, and then he says like, that girl's gonna make a good wife. She's gonna have nice children, or have my children. She's gonna pray for death or whatever. And he ends up touching his head, and then he goes back into where he first went into the house, and it's all his friends are there. They're like, "Hey man, you okay?" He's like, "What happened?" "Well, we came in here and looked around, and you just collapsed." He's like, "Jack," he's like, "You're fine. You're alive." And then Jack ends up spitting shit up, and he looks at everybody, and they're all demon. And then he ends up like waking up again. And that's when I guess Satan turns Elaine into a demon.
Right, yeah.
And then he ends up touching her, doing something to her, turns her human again. And so him and the devil start fighting again. And then I'm trying to remember what happens. They start fighting. Oh yeah, and then Corey somehow like the devil's like a coward and a chicken shit. Like he scared me because I'm alive. You're dead. And then what happens next?
Now I'm wondering, is this like? See, I'm still trying to figure out like, was this guy like? Was he like Satan or just some kind of like demon, like some powerful demon?
He was Satan, because he said he was going to rule this world.
Okay, and then I'm just wondering if maybe, because I thought I remember somewhere in the movie them saying that, mentioning something about like the son of Satan. So I was wondering if maybe that's what Corey was.
I don't think he was. They're the ones that didn't follow. You know, everybody worshiping Satan. Him and his family are the only ones that didn't.
Yeah, see in the credits here, they just have him listed as the Grand Demon. So
I'm trying to remember when they were fighting. I'm trying to remember. they're fighting, and then he's about to kill Corey, and then he gets burnt by Elaine. She has some kind of hot shovel,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, or pitchfork. Kind of stabs him. Then he kind of goes after her, and then Corey says this chant, or not chant, this spell, and then the Grand Demon, I guess, is like, no, no, no. And Corey keeps on saying it, and the fireplace ends up catching the Grand Demon on fire, and then exploding the house, and somehow Corey and Elaine survived.
Yeah, I don't know how they. See, again, I don't know what's the.
At first, I thought, to me, like I said, I thought the house blew up in the beginning, and so I was like, how's did it blow up again? I wonder if they used the same footage.
They probably did, and then they forgot that they had actually, the characters were still in there. They finally get in there.
Get a car working.
Yeah, they leave and they get back to the
Diner.
diner, restaurant, whatever it is. And it looks different too this time, doesn't it, when they go back? Doesn't it look for some reason it looked different when they went back to it.
I know they go in there and I don't know what they said. What Elaine says.
When they go back in, they see what I assumed was the waitress from the first time, because the first time they go in there, when they're all there, them and all their friends, the waitress that is there turns into a demon. That's what makes them run out of the gas station. And I think when they go back this time, she's there again, and like says something to her, and they end up killing her or something like that.
Oh yeah, she's like, she comes out of the dark and says, the demon waitress says something, and the lady says something, and then Corey comes out with the book, and like a beam comes out of the book and kills the demon.
Demon, yeah.
And then they leave, driving away, and then you see another demon smiling, I guess, and then disappearing.
Yeah, like another, like an old, like a
was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. It was a fun movie. It was cheesy, bad, but good, but not like bad, good. That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, like I said, it was better than what I thought. It's another one of these. I'm surprised I didn't see this when it came out, like on video in 1990. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the covers, it's got a really good, DVD cover, VHS cover. That if I saw this in a video store, I would have picked it up immediately. Yeah. So I'm surprised I didn't see it. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, it had some flaws, and I don't know what caused the flaws, whether it was a bunch of script changes as they were filming, or bad directing, or bad producing. I'm not for sure. But the budget was $500,000 is what they had as a budget.
Not too bad for what they had.
Yeah, and they shot 24 days is how long it took to film it in January and February of 1989. And then here's a little tip. Not a tip, a little trivia for you. One of the demons in the movie was played by Lou Diamond Phillips.
That's funny. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he was, I guess he was married to one of the assistant directors. And I guess when he was he visited the set a lot, and he played one of the demons. I guess he's uncredited, though, so.
But yeah, I would give this 7 pretty goods out of 10.
I'm going to give it 6 pretty goods.
6 pretty goods, 7 pretty goods.
Yeah. Yeah, they were supposed to have been a sequel. Well, they had planned a sequel, but never got to, I guess, film one or make one or whatever. But yeah, it was definitely good. I definitely enjoyed it. I'll definitely watch it again, just because when I watched it this time, I'd remembered. Oh yeah, I did start watching it before and never got to finish it.
Oh, so you've already tried to watch it already?
Well, not that I didn't enjoy it and stopped it. I think I just started it. Yeah, something happened. I remembered making it up to the part where she falls and comes face to face with a skull. And I was like, oh yeah, I started watching this before. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll more than likely watch it again, just so I can try to put something together out of it, some kind of coherent storyline or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I did too. It was a really good pick. I'm glad we decided to do this one this week.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one.
It was good. So, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me at Bass Hot Wizard on Twitter.
On the old Twitter, and you can find me at 1313 Inc. on Twitter, and you can find the show. We're on Twitter. Just search for a podcast from beneath. We have a Facebook group, and we have a Facebook page, and we have a website. If you go to the website, which is 1313inc.wordpress.com, you can get links to all the information for the show. And if you go to our Facebook page and click on the shop button, it will take you to our store where you can get you a nice t-shirt or a phone case or a pillow, something like that, whatever you want to get. And we still have the Patreon page, which is still going. So if you want to throw a couple of bucks our way to help support the show, maybe help get us some new equipment, you can do that through our Patreon, which, like I said, all the links are available on the website. And
yes, please give us money.
Yeah, we definitely need to start getting some more equipment. So yeah, definitely throw a couple bucks our way if you can. And like I said, if you enjoy the show, not to say that we're going to stop making them if we don't make money, but if you enjoy the show and you would like to have a better quality show, and kick a few bucks our way.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So until next time, that'll be it.
To get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life.